Welcome to Sapphire Kiss and Tell, where we review just for you. And our playground jam of the day is the sensational Miss Kelly Price with Tired. And it is dedicated to Ben Crawford of Secret and Lies. Secret and Lies on ABC Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you are not watching, choke yourself. Just pause. I'm going to pause. Choke yourself. No, but it is a really great show. I have enjoyed the ride. I think we're on episode 6, I believe, and we took a break last week for Easter, Risen Christ Sunday, and so there was no Secret and Lies, but it came back with a vengeance this past Sunday, and I'm so sorry about getting this video up so late. I am new to this, and I'm going to get better. I'm going to get awesome. I'm going to get sensational at it. But Sunday nights, it did not disappoint. Ben is tired. He is so tired. He is fighting for his family. He's fighting for his freedom. I think he's even fighting for his sanity, and he is just tired. We open with him and the reporter at the reporter's house, and the reporter has a wall plastered with Detective Cornell. This is your life, I guess you want to say. He has all of the things that she's done in the media, articles all over her wall, and he tells Ben, look, this is a crooked cop. She'll do anything to frame you, if she decides you the one, you become the one. She did it to me. Hey, and by the way, she even did it to her own daughter. And so Ben knows that this guy cannot be trusted 100%. Remember, the husband and wife that was his friend, come to find out they were brother and sister. He broke the story. So Ben knows, and he did not know that this guy was a reporter. He thought this guy was an investigator. So, okay, Ben knows he can't trust him. But he's desperate. He's desperate. And Detective Cornell is on that butt. And so he says, okay, let's see. So he tells him about the people that have been recently framed, so to speak, by Detective Cornell. And so he goes to the jail, and he initially going in, he didn't know it was Detective Cornell's daughter, but he just tells him how she was set up on a drug charge, had never been, in any trouble, and all of a sudden she lands up in the scope of Detective Cornell, and now she's serving time. So he goes down, he gets a pass, he goes in and talks to the girl, and girl admits and said, hey, yeah, she wasn't playing, and now I'm here doing time. Come to find out, the girl is Detective Cornell's daughter. And so he goes back to the reporter, who just happens to be outside of the jail when he goes to visit. He said, you set me up, man. You knew that was her daughter. You sent me there. And he is already having enough problems with Detective Cornell not to be going in visiting the daughter. But he says, I needed you to believe me. I needed you to believe me. He's like, oh, my God. So then he also reminds him of the woman that was in the office hollering at Detective Cornell one time when he went in for one of his checks, because he has to go in and check in so much now they might as well put him on the payroll down there. He got the, oh my goodness. So he goes under the influence of the reporter to visit this woman, and the woman's kids or older son's like, no, just, the younger son, no, it's the younger son's like, no, leave us alone, go on. But I just want to hear your story, she's on me, I just want to hear your story. So Ben is coming from an innocent standpoint, just trying to figure out, are people being framed by Detective Cornell? Is she this vigilante who is taking justice into her own hand and doing whatever she can to put people in jail, whether they deserve it or not? So he goes and he talks to her, and the wife says that, my husband did not do it. She says that he raped a young girl and he wasn't guilty, and she stayed on him until he finally took his own life. So Ben is like, oh my God, this has to be illegal. She's pressured this guy until he felt like he could go no farther, and he took his own life. So, of course, he goes back and takes that to the reporter. And the reporter says, boom, that's what I need. We write a story. So, in the meantime, Ben's family is falling apart. It's like 2 days until Christmas, and his wife is just tired. That song actually was dedicated to Christy too, because she is tired. And so she's trying to hang on. They're trying to assume some sense of normalcy. They go to her brother's for Christmas, for like a Christmas Eve party or something, and he knows that he needs to get rid of this flashlight. Remember the flashlight. So his friend has told him, why don't you bury it in the woods past the mall? That's a good place to kind of just get rid of it. So he makes up his mind. He comes up with a pretty cool plan, if you ask me. He wraps the flashlight up, puts it with the other gifts, and as they are going out to load the car to go to Christy's brother's house for the Christmas party, he breaks the brother's gift. So now, of course, we got to have him a gift. He's got the flashlight wrapped as well. And so he's like, we'll just go by the mall and pick him up something. So the kids, him, Christy, they get in the car. They go to the mall. So they all pull up to the mall. And he's like, you guys go in. I'm going to park the car. So the little girl says, well, I'm going to stay with you, Daddy. He says, oh, no, Monkey, you go in and make sure she doesn't spend over $50. She said, okay. And so as his family goes into the mall to find a gift for the brother, he drives to the woods to get rid of that flashlight. And his wife catches him. And that wife is on that butt like Detective Cornell is on that butt. Okay. So she catches him and she says, what are you doing? And he says, oh, I just went into the woods to take a leak. Now, my husband does this all the time, so I wasn't really shocked by that. He'll just stop anywhere and take a leak. Oh, tell it. I'm talking too much. But he'll go take a look anywhere too. So, it's a probable thing. But the wife is not going. She's like, what you doing in the woods? What you keeping from me? I'm trying to hang on. I'm trying to stick here. I'm trying to support you. But I still keep catching you doing some sideways type mess, Ben. And so they argue about it. They get to the brother's house. And she says, well, you know what? He'll drive us home. And Ben, says, I think that's a good idea. He didn't want to be at the brother's house. No way. So on his way back to his house, that butt is pulled over by the cops. Cops flash that, put that light on. So what we pull you over for? He's like, I don't know. I ain't do nothing. What I do? What we pull you over for? And he says, Detective Cornell's daughter. They say, yeah, don't mess with a cop's daughter. Now this is a warning. Next time we're gonna get in that butt. So, Ben cannot catch a break, okay? Next day, they get back, and him and Christy have this big blowout, and, he tells her, I'm not going to take another ultimatum from you. I'm not. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. And I'm just done. So you and the girl, y'all just go. So Christy gets her bag. You know how we do. Come on, Emmeline, Caroline, come on, let's go. The kids are distraught. He had just recently had a heart-to-heart talk with the older daughter who says, you know what, Daddy, I know you're hard on me, but I need that. And she senses that her family is breaking apart. And sure enough, 20 minutes later, Mom is out the door headed to the brother's house. And, it is what it is. He's tired. He said he doesn't want another ultimatum. You just go on and go. But we gonna have joint custody. So if we headed for divorce court, boom. Then that's what we gonna do. We gonna get a divorce. But hey, I'm gonna get split custody. So then by that time, Detective Cornell shows up again. Like I said, he ought to be on payroll. He ought to be on mother-freaking payroll. Because they picking that butt up regularly. They go down to the woods where the flashlight is. And he's like, oh my God. So he calls the guy that he talked to a couple of episodes ago about being his attorney. And the guy told him, you can't afford me. No way. So look, don't call me until they arrest your butt. So he calls him and say, hey, they got me down here. They got the metal detectors out. No, she had to be tipped off, right? And as he's there watching, he sees a lady that he sees going into the reporter's house. Now, what I did not mention is that the reporter writes the story about the family whose father committed suicide. Well, it goes public, goes national. The oldest son comes over to Ben's house. Look here. I thought you wasn't trying to ruin our lives. Look what you done. We didn't have to talk to you and we did, and look what you done. And he's like, what? This is good news. We gonna get Detective Cornell. He said, no, my daddy was guilty. So here you go again. These people ain't even his neighbors. Normally he was ruining his neighbors' lives. Now these strangers, everything Ben touches, he destroys. Oh my God. So now this boy's like, now you about to ruin us. My mother didn't know he did it. He showed me pictures. He confessed to me. You have ruined our lives. Oh, Ben. Oh my God. So he goes down there. They don't find the flashlight, but he sees a lady from the crime lab that he saw going into the reporter's house. So it hits him. He's like, hey, Miss Lady. Hey, Miss Lady. She's like, hey. He's like, didn't I see you going into so-and-so's house? So Detective Cornell's like, what? Wait a minute. What? So, now we got a mole, we got a rat in the crime lab. So he's pissed because this information that has supposed to destroy Detective Cornell actually has just caused him more heartache and more pain. So he goes and drops a dime on the reporter, and they go back to the reporter's house, and boom, taking that butt back in. The reporter going back in. So Ben, his family is gone. The reporter turned out not to be the break he needed to take down Detective Cornell and get his innocence. And he is just falling apart. Okay? I cannot wait to see. I know Ben didn't do it. I don't have a clue who did. I don't know if we can trust Detective Cornell or not. Come to find out, her daughter was a drug head. So, I don't know, Ben. Every time we think we're getting a break, we're not. Okay? I want you to take a break, Ben. Get back, get some perspective, and hopefully with Christy and the kids out of the house, maybe you can kind of just reflect and kind of put yourself, because I didn't mention, she got him on video going to Jess's house the night of the murder, and he don't remember. He was in a drunken blackout. Oh my God. And that's where we end. Ben! I don't know what's going to happen. So, here from Sapphire Kiss and Tell with a review just for you. I need you to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to keep bringing it to you, baby. I hope you like it, and I hope we find out how we can help Ben. Thank you.